discretion advised.
Now, here's Loveline.
1-800-LOVE-191.
With Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Are you insane?
Yep, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Tonight our guest is Ron Livingston and Emily Procter, both from Body Shots. This is a new movie. You've probably seen the advertisements for it. I know I have. I've actually saw half the movie. I would have seen the other half, but that I had received from the studio. Too much, this is the property of, there's the time code, they had the Indian on there. I mean, it was just chock full of stuff, and I was going insane. But I closed my eyes and listened, and great dialogue. Great acting, great dialogue. So Body Shots is out Friday. Tomorrow, right?
Yes.
October 22nd?
Yes.
That's right.
And I'm guessing the reviews have been pretty favorable on it.
Yeah, people either love it or hate it. It's one of those.
Oh, who hates it?
There's
I have a list.
there's some people who hate it. It's controversial. It's the subject matter's a little out there.
Yeah. But it seems like a fairly realistic approach to a subject that people are always trying to do, but they don't capture it very well. There's only been like a handful of sort of relationship movies that have ever actually been like relationships.
Like reality, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's what's interesting. I mean, you can say what you want, but there is a certain element about the movie that's very private and sort of voyeuristic, and that's interesting.
Yeah, I agree. And if I ever get hold of a copy, well, maybe I'll just go to the theater. But it feels weird paying for the theater now. When I got the copy at home, it's just...
I'll give you $7.50
Oh, yeah?
if you go.
I'll go to the theater? I like to eat while I'm at the theater, too.
No, I'll give you $10, and whatever you have left, you can use for
That's a small Sprite, honey. I'm a big guy. Huh?
Well, you can sneak the popcorn in.
Yeah, I'll make you some popcorn and have them put it in a bag.
You guys, did your folks or mom do that?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna go by the Quigley's and pick you guys up at Three Musketeers, and you can keister it, because I know they check you. They give you a full body cavity search at the door, but if you keister it, you could probably get a Abba Zaba, and then you pass it in the movie theater, and you wash it down, and it's like, okay, Mom, what'd you save? 65 cents on that?
Those banana chips swell too.
Yeah, they get moist. Yeah, if the bag breaks and they catch moisture, they'll explode on you.
Yeah.
True. You've probably seen a number of patients in the ER over the years who are trying to keister candy and smuggle it into the theater.
Yeah, in fact, we call them Snickers packers.
Oh, true, everybody. If I said that, wouldn't have been funny. Wow. All right, so this is out tomorrow, and if you're young and you like good dialogue and good acting and good-looking people, you should go see it. John?
Yes.
You're 18. What's up?
Hey, guys, I want to start by telling you how much I respect you and the work you do. You guys are great.
Me and Drew? Oh, it's always confusing when I talk to the listeners. Sorry, it was my fault for talking, John. Go ahead.
No, it's cool. Well, for the last 5 years, I've had a feces-like smell coming from inside of me. I've visited a couple of doctors and a dermatologist, which I believe is a skin doctor, and they all tell me that there's no smell, but if there was, they don't know what it would be.
The smell coming from where?
Just like inside of me. I believe the smell comes through my pores.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's...
No, what are you talking about? Nobody else smells it except you?
No, everybody smells it. I believe myself, I've adjusted to it to the point where I really don't smell it, but I know it's there.
Why don't the doctors smell it?
They do, but psychologically they tell me that they don't because they don't want me to think there is.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's, by the way, John, that's illegal.
Maybe one of the probes the alien used on you broke off in there and it's rotting.
You basically can't deceive your patients.
Well,
okay, they don't
unless
smell
they're
it.
dying, right,
Okay.
Drew?
No, you're not allowed. At least ethically, you're not allowed to do that.
okay, well, that's what has happened because...
No, that's not what's happened. They don't smell it.
Okay, maybe
John, there's a better chance that you're just nuts.
Nah, trust me, Adam. I've been through quite a bit the last 5 years.
Right.
I know there's something going on there.
Yeah.
What do
I know what it
you
is.
what do you mean you've been through quite a bit? What does that mean?
I've had people tell me that there's a smell. It's so obvious in everyday living that there's something there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so unique, so hard to pick out that the doctors do not know what to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
What do the doctors tell you, though?
they tell me that they try to tell me. They ask me what I eat. One doctor was telling me that I shouldn't eat any or use any dairy products or red meats because that is what makes it worse. I didn't tell them that.
All right, wait a minute. John, let me ask some other questions.
All right, hit me.
You want
All right,
medicine?
hold on a second. Let me talk to our guest and Drew. Do you think it's a coincidence that people that have sort of insane claims and far-fetched and hard-to-believe claims, is it just a coincidence that they sound sort of overall nuts all the time? That guys like, I don't know, I don't know why I'm picturing, who's the actor played Magnum P.I.? Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
You don't have guys like Tom Selleck tell you in a real straight voice that they smell like feces. Because then you'd like be confused. It's the same people who see the aliens and the flying saucers and the ghosts. It's not only is the story they're telling you a little weird, but then there's a little something up with them, and then that leads you not to believe the story.
Right.
Because you're considering the source.
Although
Let's see if
I
we
do have to say, I'm just going to go ahead and alienate myself early in the evening.
Sure, go ahead.
But I just had a conversation about someone who I think has a very similar problem.
Oh, really?
It is very coincidental. It's Ron. Whew. No, it's not Ron at all. He smells great.
Is it a feces smell?
It's a very strong smell, and it does smell very similar to feces. And
But you think that somebody examining that person would not smell?
No, I agree with you completely about that. But I was just going to say, for John, I empathize with you if you feel like you.
All right, John.
What's up?
All right, is there anything else up in your life beside this?
No, everything in my life is cool.
Everything's good? You're not on medication?
Nope. Don't use drugs. Don't drink. I used to. Both of those. I used to smoke pot and I used to drink. Both of those would increase the smell. It's just.
Do you do much acid?
Nah, I've never done any hallucinogenic drugs.
Okay.
All right, so the doctors, your take on the doctors is what?
Were you smelling it the day that you went in there?
Okay, Drew, I never smell it. It's like, you're with it every day, you adjust to it.
I understand,
you don't
but
notice.
how do you know it's there?
It's that way for me and my genius.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because I
well,
don't notice it. You
That's
know,
the way it is.
Actually, no one does.
I was going to say, do other people?
No, doctors deny it too, but I know they talk.
How do you know it's there? Who tells you it's there?
If you live through it every day, you see people noticing it. You see people plugging their nose and whatnot. Just, I've had.
Okay, so maybe you go to another doctor.
Okay, let's say I talk to people sometimes, and they tell me, yeah, there's something up there. They empathize with me.
Okay, so they tell you that it's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so what do you do?
That's why I'm calling to see.
Okay,
I think you consult with like sort of go the cosmetic route. You know, go to like the
slap on a little
go to the Bloomingdale's counter and see what they've got.
Baby powder will mask the smell of anything.
Oh.
That's what it was invented for.
See?
Let me see if I can get a cloud coming out of my groin. Hold on. That's true. You use the mic.
Okay, hold on here. The drawers are being lifted.
Woo!
Oh, yes.
Nice.
There's a cloud
Nice.
of powder came out. Oh, my God.
Is that dust or powder?
That's
Oh, my God.
Please, it's not the Natural History Museum, honey.
Once again,
Dust.
alienating myself.
The temerity.
Maybe
That's
has
right.
to leave.
You smell that? I talc down before I leave the house. Smell that?
Yeah,
That's good, clean talc.
Somebody open the door.
It's not the talc smell.
Oh, yes. All right. You dump some talc down the shorts. You see if it works.
Well, yeah, you work with
Oh,
somebody.
you-
maybe
I
maybe
don't
he needs a
know.
girlfriend. Somebody to really,
Yeah.
Teach 'em.
Women have a way of cleaning me up.
taming man, yeah.
Justin.
Yeah.
Let's see if I got some of that talc in my
Yeah.
lungs. Justin, you're 19. What's up?
Well, I'll tell you what. what happened was I think that I've met my soulmate in life. And, like, it's really amazing because it seems like, you know, I've just never met anybody that, you know, I can make as happy, you know, as she makes me feel, too, at the same time. So.
Right.
Now, what I want to know is that if I should, you know, I've never felt more happy around this girl in my life, but what I want to know is if I should make that next move and try and take this, you know, to a deeper stage of a relationship, or if I should just back off, because it seems like, you know, she's turned into my best friend, and I don't know if I want to do anything to jeopardize that.
Oh, interesting.
You mean you're not having a boyfriend-girlfriend type relationship with her?
Not yet.
Do you think you're not going to move ahead? If you don't move ahead, that could kind of ruin things for you?
Yeah, you know, I'm just wondering if it would be, you know, if it's a good idea for me to do that, or if I should just back off.
Listen, is your sense that she doesn't want to move ahead to the same place you want to go?
See, I don't know. You know, I really don't know. You know,
it would seem to me if this were your soulmate, you wouldn't be able to hold back unless you had some sense
that's
that.
What I'm dealing with.
Unless you had.
I've been in some relationships.
Hold on a second. I don't know the soul. She's a black chick? Is that what you're saying?
No, she's not a black chick.
Well, what?
No, I'm just saying that I connect with her.
Oh, I see. It's a cosmic thing.
He tempered with that a little bit.
Yeah, soul brother's a black guy, but a soul mate, that ain't no black chick. That doesn't make sense.
Just a
soul food? That's black food?
The guy that works on a ship.
All right, jackass. True. You're now 1 for 2 with your jokes. Soul Train, I mean.
Is it a grouping?
Justin?
Yeah.
All right. How long have you known her?
I've known her for about a half a year now.
Okay. And how come you haven't let her know that you're attracted to her before this?
Well, all right, at the time, she was already dating a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I did, out of respect for her, I just didn't go there.
Yeah. Are you,
Now, her boyfriend just broke up with her.
Good. Wow, he broke up with your soulmate, that son of a bitch? Not good enough for him, huh?
That's what I was thinking.
Your soulmate, not good enough for him. I'd kill him.
Jerk.
Yeah. Hey, Justin?
Yeah.
You the kind of guy who does a lot of idealizing?
I don't know him that well.
How old is he?
He's 20.
Man, we can't get.
All right, hey, Justin?
Yeah.
Tell her, ask her out on a date.
There you go.
Okay.
That's it. That's your next move.
I think it's going to drive you crazy if you stay in Friendsville.
And don't keep building it up.
If this is really your soulmate, you won't be able to resist moving ahead.
Hey, you got to be a man about it, though, and be ready for her to not want to go there.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Sure. Come with a six-pack in case there's rejection. You can go to the park and get drunk immediately. Guys do a lot. At 19, you do a lot of idealizing.
Yeah.
Everyone is perfect. I mean, this is my soulmate. Meanwhile,
It's almost like dramatizing.
he's met his soulmate.
Perfect.
They haven't held hands yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure on a girl you haven't gone on a date with.
It really is. And don't let her
Don't
know.
tell her that. No, don't say that.
No, women hate it when you like them.
That's not true.
It is. It is true.
Not true.
Until they like you, and then they like it.
Right. Well,
But while they're still, while their jury is still out on you, don't let them know.
No.
Because
it's a
that
nice
scares
idea
them away.
just to treat a woman, I think, very evenly, but not to let her know too much until she's made a decision.
The women like to.
It'd be sweet.
But it is a good technique to keep them off balance just a little bit. If they get, it's sad, but it's true, and it works the same for guys. Natalie.
Hey,
Hey.
how are you?
Good.
I love you guys. You guys are awesome.
Thanks. You're on with Ron Livingston and Emily Procter, and they're both from Body Shots, which is coming out tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
All right.
I don't think she's old enough to go.
I don't think I am
Yeah,
old
this
enough.
is pretty racy stuff.
Not old enough then.
All right. Well, what's your question?
Well, hold on a minute. Let me get to another room.
Oh boy. I
right.
can't wait to hear her answer. The question is rather.
She's got to go to another room.
Can't go to our movie, but
No, my mom's in the room, and I don't need her to hear it.
I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, let me get killed. Actually, the thing was, about 3 weeks ago, I gave my friend a hand job
Mm-hmm.
in the back of his mother's van. She didn't notice.
she was in the car?
Yeah, she was in the car. We were driving home from church.
Oh my gosh. Okay, she really is not ready for R-rated movies.
Yeah, and about
And this ain't a van. I mean,
Church
this,
van.
This,
minivan.
this is a minivan. This isn't captain's chairs and the no fat chicks license plate frame with the carpet on the ceiling.
Is it a
This is-
Catholic band?
No, in the Christian church over here in California, they have a youth group on Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
And it was after we both got bored, so I was like, what the heck,
Right.
I'll do it.
Hand job.
And about 2 weeks later, he called me, he's like, do me a favor. I'm like, what? He's all, don't ever call me again. And then click, he hangs up.
Uh-huh.
See.
Why? Because you told somebody?
No, I didn't tell anyone.
Mm-hmm. Did he reach orgasm with this hand job?
Oh, yeah. The dude could not talk. All he could do was moan and have his eyes crossed.
How did the mother not notice this?
I don't know, because the kid, he is very loud. He is very rambunctious.
Maybe the mother did notice, and maybe that's why he got in trouble.
No. If his mother noticed, she'd be screaming, the van would be pulled over, and I would be dead.
Okay.
She would have killed me.
Hey, Natalie?
Yeah?
I know you're only 15, but you really got that sort of impish dwarf little girl voice.
Oh, I am really, really tiny. I'm like 4'8".
All right.
Yeah, I'm just...
Well, maybe Mom didn't know you were in the van. See the head through the rear view. Junior's having a hell of a time with this Nintendo, this portable Nintendo over there.
Game Boy.
This Game Boy. All right. So, Natalie, are you all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, and I'm...
Okay, I understand. No one's done anything weird to you or anything?
No, not that I know of.
All right.
No, not that I know of.
Okay. So what's the question tonight, then?
See, I seen him on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Natalie, that's very nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hey, Natalie.
Yeah?
How's church working out for you? I mean,
God.
you pretty heavily into Scripture?
No.
Would you call yourself a born again, or no?
No.
No, it's just pretty much profanity and hand jobs. Okay. Hey, Natalie.
Yeah.
Why don't you pick up a new religion, one that's a little more
speaks to you a little more loudly.
One that's right. This one ain't taken. Try Judaism. I think they're a little more comfortable with the hand jobs and the profanity.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Natalie. I don't know what your question is, but
I was trying to get to it.
all right, hurry.
You keep interrupting me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I seen him on Tuesday. We talked. Wednesday at church, he got a hand job again. And I have no clue what's going on with him, because he called me again tonight and said, don't call me anymore.
Right.
And I have no clue what's going on. I don't know if it...
He probably has no clue either.
Okay.
He's probably all, oh, God, this kid.
No more hand jobs, no more phone calls. And put a little something extra in the basket, would you? So
Okay.
It's going to take 700,000 Hail Marys to get her out of this one.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. How screwed up. Religion is so screwed up in this country. Yes.
I think I'd have gone to church more.
I do too.
Yeah, I mean, I may not have actually...
Church is considerably more
They're
fun.
losing one, but they're making 5 more.
I may not have gone into the actual church, but I certainly would have taken the van ride there and back.
To and fro.
Yeah. Talk about positive association.
Yeah.
This guy can't... I can see this guy is like, it's Friday. We go to church tomorrow, right, Mom? No, that's Saturday, honey. We're going Sunday.
We were lucky to stop.
I'll be in the van waiting.
We couldn't leave a day early and just get a jump on the rush? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to sleep in the van, and I'll be ready bright and early.
Any handy wipes? Can I say that on the air? Sorry.
Oh, yes. Kamor?
Yes.
What is it?
Yeah, I gotta ask you guys' opinion on something. I've been going out with my girlfriend for about a little bit over a year now, and I know she's been wanting to move out. She just graduated, and I'm still in school. And
move out from you.
She's living with her mom right now.
Okay, all right.
And she's getting reviewed for an apartment with 2 of her friends. Actually, a friend she worked with over the summer, and his brother is going to be living in there.
Mm-hmm.
And now she just told me that she's going to a wedding with her friend's brother as his date.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometime in November.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I don't feel comfortable with this at all.
Okay.
And I told her this, and she threw the whole possessive thing in my face.
Mm-hmm. This is a sign.
That is a big sign.
Yeah, why would she say she's going... She didn't use the word date, did she?
Well, she said that, yeah, she basically said that.
She said date. Not basically.
Drew and I did 4 TV shows today, so we just about had it with all the listeners. And
well, I'm uber opinionated. I'll answer for you guys.
Well,
You're tired.
I don't mind the answer part. It's just no one can answer the goddamn question. And we all day today, I just yelled at people that called into the TV show because at one point I said, people tell you stories and they're a little bit confusing, so you try to straighten them out. And you try to do it in such a way where they only have one of 2 possible answers,
yes
and they'll
no.
still pick the third.
Yeah.
I said to a guy today, he said, my roommate, I live in this apartment at college, my roommate is getting it on with his girlfriend 24/7, man. It's making me uncomfortable.
Keeps me up at night.
Keep up. I can hear everything they do. I go, do you guys live in the same room?
You said you live in separate rooms?
Do you live in separate rooms? He goes, well... my bed's over here, and his bed's over here, and there's a wall that's in between them. And I said,
partition?
Oh, that's what I was going to say, a partition.
He said, no, we have separate rooms. I'm like, okay, do we have to get Vince Lombardi have to get the goddamn chalkboard out to explain that? I said, do you have separate rooms?
Yes or no?
Yes, we do have separate rooms. This is, what was Kimor's thing here?
Did she use the term
date?
Did
she use the term date?
Right. Well, basically.
Well, she basically...
Okay.
All right, now, did she use the word date?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, she said date.
Yep.
I am going on a date with my girlfriend's brother. To this, I will be his date at the wedding.
It's, she's moving in with 2 guys.
Oh.
Yes or no? I will be the date at... Okay.
Okay, well, that doesn't seem good.
No, it's a bad... And then to sort of get off on this, your possessive thing is positively sort of heartless. That's
It's
such
a little... It's
It's a
manipulative.
it's a manipulative
And
BS
it's
line. that people get.
diversionary.
Yeah.
It is. And who knows why she feels like she needs her freedom. It may not have anything to do with you, but the last thing I think you do in that situation is try and hang on, because it will only get worse,
It just makes them cruel.
But I think it's a bad... The whole thing is a bad sign, though. You get ready to jump.
All right?
All right.
All right, sorry about that.
All right.
But I think you kind of felt it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, listen, just don't kill yourself. Just don't dig yourself in any deeper.
All right.
To hang on at this point would be slow and torturous.
Fish in the sea.
Well,
which is what he's going to do.
I always say, listen, your only shot if you want to keep this thing going anyways to pretend like it's over. I mean, I'm serious, because if you go after somebody who's trying to get a little distance, they get that much more distance that much faster.
It's true. And I think if someone is looking for distance, you may always end up back close to them, but they may need space first.
You got to use judo, man. You got to throw her as far away as you possibly can, and then maybe it'll confuse her and she'll come back.
You do
That's the only chance you have at this point.
You do either what Ron does with the judo or what I do with the ether rag and the duct tape. But either way, you got to come up with a plan, right?
That's right.
All right. We will take ourselves a little break. We have part of the cast of Body Shots here tonight, which is out tomorrow. When we come back, we'll talk to Greg. Brother caught him letting the dog lick him. Now, what's that word? He's bribing him. He's extorting money from him.
Blackmail.
Oh, this is good.
Maybe about the parents, too, though.
Okay, we'll get to that after this.
Drew, and you're listening to Loveline on the Zone 105.
It is Loveline. Emily Procter and Ron Livingston are both here from Body Shots, which is a new movie, a good movie, a well-written movie, a well-acted movie, coming out tomorrow. That would be Friday, October 22nd. And this is a wide release, is it not? I mean, this is everywhere, all through the country.
I think they're starting with major cities.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they're going to go wide in like a week or two.
And is major cities, is that L.A., New York, Chicago?
15 cities?
Something like that?
Cities?
I think that it's 22 cities. It's
22
308
cities.
screens.
Now, is it going to be at these little art, the Lemley Theater kind of thing? Or
300.
Any theater?
I don't think so.
I think it's
no.
more like a Hollywood Galaxy 5.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah, there you have it.
Mega
it's just
Cineplex.
people in the big cities, I think, might be able to take the subject matter.
Yeah, I think they're going for a word-of-mouth thing rather than a mega advertising blitz.
Well, if you look at anything that's been successful in the last few years, that seems to be the way it's gone. And there doesn't seem to be enough advertising for movies that suck. I mean, it's just word gets out and people go F it.
Is Joan of Arc going to be a good movie? I'm starting to see that everywhere now.
Oh, I thought that was a TV movie.
Messenger, yeah.
It's a movie?
It's a movie, right? Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Who's in it?
Dustin Hoffman, Faye Dunaway.
I don't know those
Mila
people.
Jovovich.
No, Malkovich, right.
That's right.
Malkovich. Yeah. Dustin Hoffman said, that's what I read.
All right. We'll look out for that. Drew, what do you care? You're not going
No, I just...
Well, Luc
it caught my attention.
Besson is her husband now.
Interesting.
I guess that's how that works.
Greg?
Yeah.
All right, so you're 13?
Yeah.
And your brother caught you with the dog?
Right.
And the dog was licking you?
Yeah.
And he was licking your penis?
Yeah, well, what happened, it was the day after my birthday.
Oh,
I
sure.
just gotten, like, all this money.
Happy birthday.
And,
What's up,
yeah, that's a lot of pate you can buy with that money.
And then what happened was, I was just, like, in the game room. It has open doors. The doors aren't closed, and I didn't think anyone was home. And my brother, he doesn't live at home. He just stops by sometimes to, like, get his mail and stuff.
And
then,
he's like Chet from Weird Science. So you're kind of a ball buster. So he's on his way back from the military academy or something.
Yeah, and then I was in the game room, and then, doing that.
Game room. Well, it was kind of, I mean, when you have a room in your house called the game room, what do you expect?
Exactly.
Where else
There's
you
going to be
go?
shenanigans going on in there, I'll tell you that.
I do have one thought on this, though. Do not let your brother take your money, because not that I condone fibbing, but I think if you fibbed about this one, people would believe you. Don't give him your money.
Honest to
Just
God,
say he's crazy.
So how
word against his.
How old is your brother?
Like 22 or 23.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
And
sure. He had a birthday. I'm not sure.
he had a birthday?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's a year older or a year younger?
A couple months ago, so I'm not sure.
Okay. I know. That'll throw you off. Someone goes ahead and changes their age on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's like me and Drew. I got used to him at 40, and then what's he do a couple months back? Pow, 41. And I'm like, whoa.
Good God.
Who is this guy? I don't know him anymore.
It's hard for you.
Yeah, and people ask me, how old is he? And I go, 40, and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. No, 41. So I've been there, Greg. Let's not let it happen again, Drew, please.
Yeah.
What should I do?
How much money does he want?
I don't eat like $50.
You're a little
I
sketchy.
think the answer to that is no.
Greg, Greg's a little sketchy on the details, aren't you, brother?
Also, once he starts taking money from you, he'll not stop.
Let's go. Let's bust him.
I don't believe.
Let's bust him.
All right.
Let's go ahead.
Okay.
Greg,
Yeah,
how much money does he want?
like $50.
What do you mean, like $50?
Well, like this time he asked for 50 because
Yeah.
he needed to go do something.
Right.
And I don't know. He's probably gonna ask for more.
Did he?
What's the dog's name?
Greta.
Greta?
What kind of dog is it?
Giant Schnauzer.
Giant Schnauzer?
Yeah.
Well,
Those are like 10 feet tall, man. Look, they're big.
It's a chick dog, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not ugly.
No, it's a good-looking dog, those giant Schnauzers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, handsome, yeah.
All right,
I
what
can see
should
the
I do?
attraction. Don't pay your brother.
All right. I also have one more thing.
Leave the dog alone.
Let me let me explain something. It's like countries' policies on kidnapping and terrorist acts. You can't pay them off.
No.
Right.
The Israelis are really good at this.
Right, because it sets a very dangerous precedent, and then the lickings and extortion just escalate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
By the way,
saying?
he was going to blurt something out there at the end.
I know.
He's
He's
full of ass.
I know it is.
Yeah.
Ginger,
Hello?
you're 21. What's up?
I've known all my life. Like, I've known always that I'm a lesbian. And, I come from a very, very strong Catholic background, like very, very strong, and I had to like throw off my parents. I mean, and I have a boyfriend, but I'm not attracted to him at all, and we've been going out for like 5 months.
What did you say about your parents?
She had to throw them off.
Like, you know, I didn't want to. I mean,
like getting on the lesbian trail.
Yeah, because
you ever get on that lesbian trail? Is there tracking lesbians?
Been on the Muir Trail, but never the lesbian trail.
It's the same. Well, there's a lot of lesbians on the Muir Trail, but don't confuse that for the lesbian trail.
Sorry.
That's a chick
Tell by the hiking boots.
Short hair, bandanas, and waffle stompers, making pretty good time.
Yeah. It's a very distinctive track.
Do people wear waffle stompers anymore? Yeah, the real deep ones. That's how you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got at least a 70-pound pack.
All right,
probably
listen.
4 or 5 gallons of water.
Ginger, what's the question?
I don't know who to tell first. I mean, it's just
Tell your boyfriend and tell your family, huh?
Yeah, because I mean, if I tell my mom, she's gonna go berserk. I mean,
Then why tell your mom?
I'm so tired of faking it. Like, oh, you know, we sit down and we watch like.
Well, why don't you first establish a lesbian life?
Well, you know what the thing was? I was kind of going out with a girl when I first started college, but it was really, really hard because she was already out in the open, and she was like really frustrated. She's like, you know, so we can't go out if you can't be open about it.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be difficult.
So she was always like, you know, let's go out.
But you're not in that situation now.
Yeah, and I just
All right, so why do you want to tell your parents now?
Well, because I'm tired of hiding.
Okay, I'll ask the question again. Why don't you establish a lesbian support group and lifestyle before you get involved with fighting the battle with your parents?
Well, how? Like,
how are you going to feel dealing with your parents alone?
And why even talking to your parents? Seriously. I mean, how much do you hang out with your parents?
I live with them.
Oh, wow.
What city?
Why don't you correct that first?
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from LA.
Okay, why don't you move out?
You know, the thing is, it's like, I'm like, it's really, really hard because my parents they make too much money, so they couldn't give me enough money for school, so I have to pay for all my books and half of my tuition.
Oh, that's rough. I know, it's a bitch. You have so much money, you don't have money. I know.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. I know. I had the same problem, too. My parents were so rich, I had to go into carpet cleaning instead of go to college. Yeah.
No, but, I mean, they're like paying for everything.
Right. Okay. But, hey, Ginger?
Yeah?
Here's the thing, though. You need to establish yourself as an individual. You can't suck off the teat of mom and dad. You're 21 years old.
Why are you so pissed at that?
And don't tell them, by the way, that you're lesbian when they're paying all the bills.
Right.
Wait till they're done paying the bills.
Especially when you know they're going to go ballistic. Why would you do that?
And why would you do that?
Why does your mom piss you off?
It's just, you know, the thing is that we like, if like she's home, she's watching TV, and we're watching, like, say something.
What did she do a long time ago that pissed you off?
That pissed me off?
Yeah.
I don't know when you piss me off.
You don't like your mom, do you?
No, I love my mother. It's
Yeah,
just,
you love her, but you don't like her.
It's very hard to break away from your mother, though.
Don't make it easy on her.
It's just, see, my parents we all come from a very strong Catholic background.
All right, are they oppressive? Are you mad at them for sort of forcing their ideology on you or something?
Yeah, because there was a lot of
Yes, okay.
A lot of what?
do, like, in the Catholic Church, like, as in confirmation, communions, and go to church every Sunday, and they were like, every time we, like, go somewhere, like, or we see something like a gay person, they're like, they're gonna burn just like in Sodom and Gomorrah. And it's so hard, and, like, I hear that.
Probably true.
Oh my God, they're going to hate me when they find out. They're going to disown me. They're going to...
Good. All right, listen.
Well, if they disowned you, then they never really loved you in the first place,
All
which
right.
I doubt very seriously is true. I just think at some point you have to establish individualism, and you may as well do it sooner rather than later so you can begin your life the way you want to lead it.
Hey, Ginger?
Mm-hmm.
That's good advice by Emily, by the way. We're not getting to it with you, which is, what is it? I sense some anger toward your parents.
Above and beyond the religion thing.
Yeah, I'm just so sick of them always, you know.
But no, from way back, like rage. Way back.
I've gone to private schools all my life, and it's like always been fed into my head. Oh, gays are wrong. And
Yeah,
gays are
forget
wrong.
that.
Forget about the gays are wrong, Jag. I know you've been on that for a while.
You got angry before that. Way before that.
Is there any other thing about them you don't like except for the gays are wrong
anything ever happened to you they should have helped you or rescued you from?
The fact that they throw in my face how much
Before that.
That they pay more attention to my older sister than me.
All right. Well, maybe we're starting to warm up. Hey, Ginger, here's the deal. Just listen to me. I'll tell you the truth. Because I know everything. Because remember, I'm a genius. I established at the beginning of the show.
But you don't notice it.
I just don't notice it because, when you're a genius living in a genius's head. You can smell my genius oozing from me every pore.
It smells like powder.
Ginger, here's the deal. You are angry at your mother and father. You're very angry at your mother and your father. Okay? I understand you love them, but you're angry at them. And the thing that compels you to tell them you're lesbian is the part of you that wants to pay them back and piss them off. And they are going to go through the roof, and it's payback time.
And you're going to suffer.
And you're going to suffer because you're living under the roof that they're going to go through.
And you don't even get a girlfriend out of the deal 'cause you don't have one.
Right.
Right. So here's what you need to do. Work on your anger, but don't work on your anger by taking a lesbian bat to your parents. Work on it through counseling, through, lesbian support groups, blah, blah, blah. Move out of the house, become independent, then do stuff. You know what I can't stand? It pisses me off, and maybe just because I'm a poor kid. I hate it when rich kids complain about their parents having control over them when the parent is making the car payment, paying for the insurance, paying the tuition, putting a roof over their head. And then on top of that, they're resentful that mom is telling them what dress to wear or when it's time to come home. And it's like when you give somebody that power, hey, when someone pays every bill, you goddamn right they tell you when to come home. That's part of the reason they pay the bill. When you're an adult, you pay your own bills, you move out of the house.
Exactly, but it seems kind of like maybe that is the root of the problem, is that your parents have a certain amount of control over you and you want your own amount of control. And sometimes in life, and this is a battle that is ongoing, you have to take your own control.
Yes, but people want independence, respect, and control, but they don't want to work.
Exactly, but you got to work for it.
That's the problem. That's right.
And so you set your foot on the path of true to yourself.
You may mean taking a semester off college and going to work full-time just to get an apartment and move out with your lesbian life partner.
It'll be the best thing you ever did.
That's right. Except for you'll be miserable the entire time. So we'll take a little break. When we get back, I think we're going to hear a little bit of John Popper's song. I hear Anderson has that.
The jam
somewhere.
session you had?
We jammed with John Popper from Blues Traveler the other night. Drew brought his bass guitar, and I brought my electric guitar, and I call it my axe.
What kind of guitar do you have?
It's a Strat. And
I'm a Telecaster.
Oh, really? Oh, we can talk guitars during the break. I was playing along with John, and he was singing a little Loveline blues number, and it was impromptu, but it sounded pretty good. So we'll hear a little of that after this. Loveline. Do you have any of the jam session with good buddy John Popper?
Do
you have any?
3.
Oh, that's it.
4.
Drew on bass guitar back there.
Oh, you guys sound good.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just playing a little rhythm.
Bluesy.
Well, my name is Adam Carolla.
You're a good singer.
That's me. No,
that's John. On the radio.
I figured.
that was me on the back. I'm off.
Did you say lick it?
I'm off mic because I'm,
like to talk
standing up with the guitar,
playing my axe.
And with my partner, Dr. Drew.
That's Dr. Drew.
That's a funky fat groove,
I'd like to play for y'all on tonight's radio show. We're talking about problems.
That's me. There we go.
Little riff.
Just being young.
Well, I'm left-handed, so I had to string my guitar backwards when I was younger. Eventually, I had a left hand in one band.
But take calls from anybody.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix did that too.
He didn't restring it. He just turned it upside down.
Yeah, I know.
And Drew likes to slap.
Did you know that Eric Clapton and Eddie Van Halen are both left-handed but play right-handed?
Freud and Brothers and
I figured you would.
Pal Jung.
You're good.
Pronounce it Young. That's me singing in the background.
Oh, sloppy Drew.
That's me on the harmonica.
Oh, I'm getting embarrassed. We heard enough of this.
Is that Popper's harmonica?
Let me hear.
Did he bring it in?
Let me hear John just play the harmonica for just 20 seconds.
I don't know if I don't want to play someone else's harmonica.
Drew's just consistent like he is on the radio, just playing along. Slow and steady.
He's a great harmonica player. All right, Anderson, let's pot it down. Oh, wait a minute, that's me. Seriously,
I got a friend who went to high school with John Popper, actually. Played with him in the jazz band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I said he used to do, like, harmonica solos, and he's got tapes of, the judges would write these tapes of the commentary, and they'd go, oh, well, looks like this high school's a little shy on soloists. They're going to have to go to... My God, who is this guy? Sign tomorrow.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, he really is, and in a great voice, and really nice guy.
Yeah, nice guy.
And always excited to have him on the show. So that was just a little taste of what some of you may have missed on Tuesday
talented.
night. Yeah, well, we don't like to talk about it much, but it's true. Yeah, Julia, and I'm a genius, right?
Yeah.
Julia,
Yes.
you're 14. What's up?
I wanted to know if I'm sexually active, and I recently become, and I want to know if I can get birth control pills without my dad knowing.
Absolutely.
Planned Parenthood.
Yeah. Planned Parenthood.
It'll be totally confidential.
Mm-hmm.
Any doctor you see is totally confidential.
At 14?
Yeah,
He's got
in most states. The only problem with seeing a practitioner other than Planned Parenthood or someplace which is sort of cash on the barrel head or free is that the insurance company might get billed, and in which case your parents could get a receipt of what was billed to the insurance company, so they would know they saw the doctor. They might ask questions, but the doctor can't tell them what you were there for.
Yeah, but Pops will figure it out.
What about my
He'll squeeze
sister?
you.
My
Yeah.
sister had a prescription for birth control pills because she had, like, really bad cramps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could you go in, see the doctor, tell the doctor the skinny, and then the doctor can tell your parents that it's for your really bad cramps?
The doctor really can't lie.
They can't lie.
He just has no right to share any information with anyone. You don't want
Even
them.
your parents.
Well, hold on, though, but
Yeah,
Ron,
yeah.
why tell the doctor the truth? I mean, just go in and tell him you got cramps in an irregular period.
I'm thinking
and
an
he'll probably give you-
OBGYN's going to be on her side.
Yeah, but you don't...
You wanna spoof
here's your
everybody.
opportunity to avoid the truth all the way around.
Well, I'm
That's what
thinking
saying. Let's
this
not
way, if
squander
you
it.
get caught, if, like, someone's going through your underwear drawer and they find them, you don't have to worry about hiding them.
Well, she can tell whoever she wants that's what she's taking them for, and she can instruct the doctor not to tell anybody anything.
Yeah,
and
then
by
you gotta-
law, the doctor has to.
Then you got to tell your dad, oh, I went to the OBGYN because I was having really bad cramps and I didn't want to tell you about it.
But I think the main point is, if you are so nervous about telling them that you're taking the birth control pill, imagine how nervous you would be if you had to tell them something else. So don't wait. Go to someone, and someone will help you, and definitely do that. It's a great responsible
Planner,
choice.
1-800-520-230-PLAN. 1-800-230-PLAN.
What is that, Planned Parenthood?
Yeah.
And they're very nice over there.
Yeah, they're wonderful people, except for their pussies. I got to tell you that. We had them in here. They don't take a stand.
Really?
Well, I mean, here's what I told the Planned Parenthood people. When were they in here? A couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
I said, listen to me. You guys, you're doing a great thing. You're providing a great service. You're getting your ass kicked around by a bunch of religious right-wingers.
Yeah.
And you should stand up for yourself a little bit. Start kicking some ass back. Stop
I think they don't want to
apologizing all the
marginalize
time.
himself, though, you know?
Well,
Their
I mean-
newsletters are very aggressive, though.
They're open
I
for
figured they
everybody.
would be.
Well, I'll give you an example. We've been talking about not RU486. We've been talking about the morning after pill and emergency contraception on this show for 2 years, right?
Uh-huh.
So what is their plan? They never contact us. 2 years of us yapping about it on a nightly basis on a national radio show. They never contact us. Who do they contact? supermodels to go to Capitol Hill and discuss this in front of Congress. Unfortunately, the problem is the supermodels are, they're basically doing blow in the south of France the whole time. They're not talking about this.
Right.
And they get up there and they're reading off...
Not you're necessarily your best advocate.
No, they're reading off of 3x5 cards. They don't know what the hell's going on. And they pick them as spokesmen for something that they're not particularly interested in, not very educated in, don't know too much about.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't they contact us, Drew?
That's really what you're pissed about.
That's what I'm pissed about.
I know. Let's go back with you. What are you really angry about?
But furthermore, I told them, listen, you got a lot of right-wing wackos, a lot of religious nut jobs that are trying to shut you down and calling you baby killer and all that kind of stuff. And you guys just sort of take it on the chin. I mean, why don't you fire back a little? And where's this RU-486? They've been using this with a ton of success in Europe for 20 years. How come we don't have it here? And why aren't you pussies standing up and saying we want it here? What's going on?
Well, it's a drug company.
It's been coming for 20 years, please.
Yeah.
The FDA, I thought the FDA approved it. It's just that none of the pharmaceutical companies have the balls
Apparently,
to do it.
it's underway.
Here's the problem with the left-wing atheists. They're too stoned, too disorganized, and too big of pussies to ever stand up. They're not aggressive.
Well, that's you're busy because, if you're the ACLU, you spend half your time, you got to go protect the Nazis because they're getting themselves in trouble.
Right. Oh, the ACLU.
You got to take a break now.
No, just relax over there, Drew. You going to pick a call or you just going to pick your nose?
This one.
5, the one you crossed off? Chris?
Yep.
You're 17.
Okay, this girl recently called, and she said she was lesbian, and you guys immediately assumed that she must be angry at her parents.
Right.
Now you guys, I take it, aren't gay or aren't lesbians.
I'm gay and lesbian.
Well, good for you, Adam.
All right.
What I'm trying to say is, I don't think you understand that when you're gay, it's this tremendous weight has been lifted when you come out, and I don't think that she's angry at her parents, and I don't see why you guys assumed.
Well, I assumed, and I know it sounded like we're putting words in her mouth there, Chris, but
you totally were.
Yeah, except for she was mad at her parents. She was very angry at her parents, and the second the second she started talking about her parents, she started yelling about how they liked her older sister better than her older brother, and how they were very discriminatory against gays, and they're very religious. And she clearly wasn't a big fan of her parents.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with her being a lesbian.
We didn't say that.
I didn't say
we're not talking about that. We're talking why she needed to come out now as opposed to get out of the house. She said her parents are going to kill her and ruin her life and take her college tuition away from her. Why do that? If these are bad people that can't accept her as she is, finish college, get out, establish your life, get your gay peer group together, and brace yourself for when you tell your parents, and tell them. Yeah, come out to others. Exactly what we told her.
Yeah, I think it was actually more just a question of support and where you find your support system, because it is such an important event in your life, and you want it to be positive.
All right, hold on a second. Chris, hang on, because we got to take a break. Well, we'll continue this, okay? All right, it's an interesting debate. I understand Chris's point, and we'll be back to squash it after this.
All right, we'll take a quick 10-second timeout. We'll be back with more of Loveline in just 10 seconds. All right, well, hey, we're back. Well, we're back, but we don't sound good. There we go. All right, Anderson's that taken care of? We're good?
We didn't hear any of that.
We didn't hear anything. Okay, that's good. All right, fine. Ron Livingston and Emily Procter are both here. They are in Body Shots, new adult comedy coming out, deals with relationships, got good dialogue, good comedy, good acting. And that comes out tomorrow, Friday, October 22nd, in all the big cities, and it will trickle its way into the smaller cities as the weeks wear on. When we left off, we're speaking to... Chris. Yeah. Why did I think Chris was older than 17?
He sounded it.
Oh, is that why? All right, so Chris's point was we had a couple calls back. A woman, she was a lesbian. Her parents were very religious. She was 21. She was living at home. They had money. They were a little bit controlling. She wanted to tell them that she was lesbian because she wanted to, basically give them the truth and not live this lie, except for she kept making the point that they were going to spin out if she told them the truth.
She'd lose everything.
And she'd lose everything. And then it started to sounded to me like she was angry at them. It really did. And so I pursued that angle with her.
You pursued it rather heavily, and they started pulling stuff out of her ass, like her religion and her sister, and she started like just making stuff up. And I don't think women get too angry at their parents about their religion.
Hold on, Chris.
Yeah.
How is it? Do you listen to the show?
I listen to the show, and
how is it that we get people to make stuff up? We barely get them to say the things that are true.
We can't get them to say anything.
What I mean is, I mean, you get them to say something because you're asking them. I mean, if you say something like, well, does anything about your parents bother you? But you directly say, is there anything that angers them? So I mean,
Chris, all I know is Chris, whenever I ask any question of our callers, their immediate answer is no, whatever it is.
I kind of understand where Chris is coming from.
I do too.
Because I imagine he's probably recently out himself, and
you're influencing them. You're influencing their answer when you ask them such a direct question.
Yeah.
And so then they pull.
Or helping them say it, really, because there's a lot of times I think people call in and I mean, forgive me if I don't know, but I think people know what they need to do a lot of times when they call in, and really what they're doing is calling in so that you can tell them what they already know.
I think there's an element of that. Yeah.
From our end, I got to tell you that almost any question we suggest, that's particularly me. If I say, "Is this the case?" the 98% of the time, Adam, the immediate answer is no.
All right.
Everything's no.
Well, let's not get stuck on that point. But Chris, she clearly was not happy with her parents and their religious convictions.
Well, obviously, she's a lesbian. I mean, she can't be too happy if she's a Catholic and just a lesbian. I mean,
it's very impressive.
And she brought up a number of specific examples of going out and seeing gays or lesbians, and her parents saying they're going to burn in hell.
She brought up one example.
And she brought up more than one example about that. And did she fabricate that example? Did we feel that example?
You sort of... I
don't know what we're arguing.
Well, I was going to say,
here's the question, though. Hold on a second. Chris, how do you suck out something that doesn't exist? Either exists or...
What do you think the cause of the anger is?
She doesn't think she's angry at her parents.
And if it is, why discourage her from coming out? I mean,
well, that's what I was going to say.
To come out, you should.
Not to interrupt you, Chris, but it seems like maybe you called, I think, with a very brave point, which is if somebody is in, and maybe if you're out and you know how much better it is once you come clean with how you really are and you set off on your individualistic path. But it seems to me like maybe what you want to say is that it's important to encourage people to come out if they want it, instead of dissecting them with their parents' relationships and just go from there. Is that...
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, but she's in imminent danger.
Yeah, it just seems like every lesbian call you guys get, you turn around to their parents, and every coming out call you guys get, you say don't come out.
Well, I'm with you. I'm saying if you're gay and you're in, come out, embrace it, and begin your life.
Right. Get your ass kicked and get thrown out of the house.
We have got people calling up saying, literally, my parents go into murderous rages and are bad people, have guns, they've threatened to kill me, and I want to come out. Our advice is don't come out. Don't come out.
Get out of the house.
Get out of the house.
That's good advice, is to get out and then come out.
If the parents are bad people and you're dependent...
Get out, come out.
So the same advice to this woman. If your parents are bad people and you're dependent on them, get independent of them and then come out. That's consistently our advice.
You don't have to come out to them
and
either,
every gay call you guys get, you ask the person immediately, have you been molested?
All right, well, let's get you. When were you molested?
I was not molested.
Really?
There's exorbitant amount of information proving that it is definitely genetic.
Well, no, there's a handful. Listen, Screwball, you're 17. You don't know what the hell's going on.
I've read books on this.
No, you've read propaganda on it. You haven't read books.
Propaganda, scientific evidence.
Listen, let me tell you the books you've read. Guys wearing motorcycle helmets with their shirts off. wearing leather chaps
No,
with handlebar mustaches.
He is right.
Now,
that
listen to me.
No, there's tons of evidence on identical twins, their hereditariness.
I know.
Yes.
Listen, Chris. Shut up. I've said this a whole bunch of times. There's a gay, born gay, and then there's gay created in the basement from the uncle. Gay.
Yeah, that sounds like propaganda to me. I mean,
what's that?
That sounds like propaganda to me.
Well, how can you argue with that? There's both.
Created gay. I mean, come on. Do you think you could possibly turn gay, Adam? I mean, really?
I could have if I was 5 and had an uncle that repeatedly sodomized me in the basement. Yeah, probably be
straight. If anything, that would turn you straight. I mean, if anybody sodomized me when I was 5, I'd be straight probably.
Well, listen.
I really don't think anything can influence such a deep drive.
Of course it can. Of course it can.
No.
We talk to these people on a nightly basis.
Isn't the scientific community still out on this one?
Yes.
So to speak.
Most psychologists are not. I've talked to numerous psychologists because I have a shrink and I'm part of this Teen Line program and everybody believes it's.
Everybody believes that. Here's the deal with all human behavior. There's some component of genetics and some component of environment, and that for different people there's heavier weighting of each component, and that there is definitely born gay, like Adam's saying, genetically set up homosexual, and there definitely is sexual ambivalence as a result of trauma in childhood.
Yeah, ambivalence maybe,
right.
but nobody's gay because they were molested.
Well, they're not gay, but they're just blowing guys, but they may not be gay. All right.
I mean, all you're doing is allowing those freaking fundamentalists out there to launch the new wave of Puritanism. I mean,
all right, that's all right. That's fine.
But what does it solve, Adam, when you say that you're gay because you're molested? I mean,
it's just the truth. It doesn't solve anything.
But what's the point of saying that? That doesn't help anything. It only makes things worse.
Listen, we're just interested in getting at the truth. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. That's what we're pursuing here.
Yeah,
you understand?
But when you say that to the poor kid, he's getting... no.
Yeah, I know. I understand. Chris, seriously, what happened to you?
Seriously, nothing.
Come on. You got way too much energy in this department. Something had to happen.
No, it's because people like you anger me.
But what is it?
No, I go to...
How long ago did you come out? I'm curious about this, actually. How long ago you came out?
6 months ago.
Yeah, okay. See, there you go. Yeah, way to go, dude.
Now, who'd you come out to? Mom and Dad?
Yeah.
And were they accepting of it?
My dad, well... I actually hinted at it very much for like a month, and I actually saw him in a Different Light bookstore buying a book about the topic. So apparently because he was buying a book about it, it was very...
You got lucky.
That's very sweet.
Way to go. Good job, Dad.
All right, Chris.
I thought so too.
All right.
But you know what?
Good. Your parents accepted it.
I don't think that's necessarily the case for anybody. If I had a landlord who would kick me out of the house or, spread my garbage around the lawn if I was gay, I wouldn't tell him until I'd move to another place. And I think the least I can do is do that for my Catholic crazy parents.
If I was at any place where I thought I was in any kind of... if I was at a Klan rally, I'd be like, kill the niggers. I would until I got home and got safe. I don't know what I'd be doing at the Klan rally, but
that was my question.
I wouldn't want to get my...
Establishing your genius?
I wouldn't want them to kill me.
Right.
And I'd be going along with anything it took until I got out of trouble.
Especially if they're paying my tuition.
That's right. You talking about the Klan?
I don't know.
No, your parents. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I think it's just good pragmatic advice to tell somebody to get out of the house if their parents are going to kill them if they find out they're gay.
Does the Klan have scholarships? I know they clean up highways.
They put a few white kids through college each year.
Great.
I think,
that's great.
Veronica?
Oh, hello.
I have a racist scholarship. What's up? You're 17.
Yeah, hi, Adam, Dr. Drew, Emily, Ron. What's up, guys?
Hi.
Hey, what's up, honey?
Are you sweet to remember all our names?
Yeah, because, most of the callers, they're not blood, and, they...
Maybe you can plug the movie.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll go see it. Don't worry, you guys. I'm a film lover, I'll go see it, check it out.
Well, thank you.
What's your question, Veronica?
Well, basically, I've been seeing this guy. Well, he was my boyfriend for 2 years, right? And, things were kind of rocky. And I had been friends with another guy before I got with my boyfriend. We were great friends, whatever, got along wonderfully. And then once me and my boyfriend were kind of like not in a good stage in a relationship, he called back and he's like, oh, I'd like to see you, whatever. And so now it's like, I don't know if I should go for the other guy or stick with the guy I've been with 2 years. Should I just
Wait.
Are
You've been with a guy since you were 15?
Right.
And that relationship is over, right? Basically?
I knew you guys were going to say that. More on my behalf than on his behalf.
Well, that's what we're talking to you.
Right, I know.
Okay, if it's over for you, it's over for him, too.
Yeah, okay.
He doesn't want your pity.
Do you work for him?
And it doesn't mean, too, I mean, sometimes relationships just change the face they have. You can go from boyfriend and girlfriend to great friends.
No, that sucks.
You can't.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true.
Shut Emily's mic off.
It's not true.
That's some guy trying to get you back. That's the guy who called. That's the guy who called earlier.
Her mic's off. It's very dangerous propaganda.
I'm stealing Ron's mic. That's not...
now Ron's mic shut off.
That's not true. It's entirely possible.
It's possible, but it's very rare.
It's dangerous advice.
It is. Guys are generally have difficulty with that, and they need about 6 months, and then they can be friends.
Time is good, but you can be friends.
But to continue to make contact with a guy that wishes he were still involved romantically is torture.
No, that's not what I said. I just said that you can be friends with someone. So if you're having anxiety about ending the relationship because you really care about this person at some point,
it's not done for him.
Yeah,
he is in, and
he'll pretend like it's done, and he'll pretend like you're friends, but he'll still like.
But you can take a break if the person needs to take a break and establish a great friendship.
You got to be cruel to be kind.
That's right.
Do it politely though. I don't want to hurt him. I know I'm going to hurt him.
Do you work for him?
Well, it's maybe inevitable.
Hold on, Ron.
I got to know.
Ron's been wanting to know something for 20 minutes. Go, Ron.
Do you work for him? You said he's a friend from work.
No, just a guy I met like at a gig one night.
It's another guy.
Okay,
that's
there
the
you
other
go.
guy.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Veronica. You're not doing him any favors by sticking in something that you don't want to be stuck into.
Okay.
All right. So you got to break up with him.
Just like blurt it out.
Yeah. Well, just give him that. You need a little time to think. You need a little space. Blah blah blah. And ease him into it. And then a couple weeks later, you drop the axe.
Do it somewhere. Yeah, do it somewhere that's kind of in public, so that.
Oh gosh, you
honest to God, so you can't throw a fit, but not somewhere where it's like he's stuck for the rest of the night because he may want to get up and leave right away. And
that's a good point.
Yeah, go to a do what I do. You go to a bus depot. But
I think if you lead somebody on with the too much, I think I need time to think. It's kind of like a death sentence. I don't know.
Well,
I think it's best.
You know what? This isn't working out. This isn't working out.
Yeah, I do. I think it's always good to just be honest, so then someone knows. It's inevitable that you're going to hurt his feelings because what you want and what he wants are different things. But that's the nature of life, and it happens.
But then what about that? We're still going to be friends part.
No,
you can be friends with people. I'm going to disagree with all three of you guys because I have great ex-boyfriend friends.
Show him no hope.
Yeah, but it's 6 months after you break up, then you can become friends. But you realize you don't want to be friends.
That's not true. If someone's special in your life, they remain special. It may just change how it is.
All right, 17.
We can call.
All right, let's put it this way.
Make some calls.
To be that guy.
Nobody sees anyone they dated at 17, do they?
Maybe we should call.
Yes. Let's call Hunter. We can call Hunter in New York if he's still awake.
Yeah, it's 5:30 in the morning there.
And I actually set Hunter up. Hunter and I we dated when we were 19 years old, and we've been friends ever since we were 21. We dated 19 to 21. We broke up, and we've been friends ever since. We took a little time off, but...
Were you boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yeah, for 2 years.
And how much time did you take off before you became friends?
It took a little while. I wouldn't say exactly 6 months. I mean, there is sort of a process to it,
Who broke up with who?
I broke up with him. But
I could see that, how that went. Listen, Hunter, you're a hunter, I'm a gatherer. I got to move on. We're going different directions.
No, he was living in a different place, and it was very difficult. But
all right, but that's easy to break up with someone who lives in another town. Yeah, maybe make a phone call.
I've got another good friend.
Really?
Ex-boyfriend, yeah.
All right. I'm not saying you can't be friends
Larry, we
with
can
your
call him too.
with
He's
your
up, probably.
with your exes. I'm saying going into the breakup with the "don't worry, we're going to work this out and be friends in 6 months" is
cruel.
Is a little cruel. You better just break up, and if you guys are meant to be friends, you'll be friends.
Should I shout out Larry if you're listening? You want to call him?
Larry and Hunter. They're probably together. That's probably why it was
They're
easy.
not.
Don't
No.
call Larry. Don't call.
Kathy?
Larry's like, why is she doing
Show
that to
some dignity,
me?
man.
Kathy, you're 20. Kathy?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Dr. Drew, I love your show.
Thanks, Kathy.
What show is that?
Kathy?
I need some help tonight.
All right, Kathy, can you hear us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, act like it, please. Okay.
I had to go run some
Go.
errands one day while my husband was at home alone. And he didn't
Hey,
expect
hold
me
on.
to come home.
Kathy,
Uh-huh.
is something on in the background there?
No.
I hear other voices. Radio, TV, something like that?
No, I think that's in your head. I don't hear anything.
Okay. It's a fair assessment.
How about you? You hear me okay?
Yeah, we got you now.
Okay. Okay, well, I had to go run some errands.
But you notice
one
there's a
day.
difference now? Like you
Yeah,
got up on the phone or
no,
turned
I
something
think-
down?
I
Or
think something happened.
Something in
on
the
our end,
control room there?
Yeah.
All right, Kathy, so you ran some errands.
And he didn't expect me to come home as soon as I actually arrived.
Right.
And I opened the door to find him masturbating on the sofa,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm totally cool with.
Right.
But I was upset, however, to find that he was pleasuring himself to the aid of one of my J.C. Penney catalogs. And-
This guy's low rent.
I was going to say, he's easy. You should be happy
I'm
about
out white trash.
Boy,
am I such a loser. They got a pretty good tool department, though, I must say.
Those socket wrenches, man.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. He's got a metric. With
Was he in like
half-inch
the?
drive and a-
Was he at least in the swimsuit section of it?
Fully clothed.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I think you should be thankful.
Fully clothed.
This guy's got imagination like Dr. Seuss.
That's what I was thinking. You will
lucky.
you will always look good to him.
How
He's
old
not
is he?
hard to please.
Well, I'm told by pretty much everybody I meet how beautiful I am and all this and that, but I have very low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of contributes to it, when he's looking at women in the catalogs that are fully clothed.
Oh no, honey. It's got nothing to do with it. It's got absolutely nothing to do with it.
Well, would you feel better if he was looking at a Penthouse or Hustler?
Exactly.
would.
Get him a gift
Why?
subscription.
Because it's
Does he
more
know this?
mainstream.
Yeah, because at least they're not clothed. I can, they're naked people, so, I can expect that, but not fully clothed,
Yeah, but
it seems more intimate or something.
It's more intimate.
or closer to reality.
Oh, wait a minute. I got a theory here. Hey, Kathy,
Uh-huh.
let me explain what he was doing with the catalog. I do this once in a while. You just go off imagination, but, you take like the penny saver or something, you spread it out so you don't make a
Clean
mess.
up.
Yeah, it's like, when you get a puppy. You know what I'm
And you
saying?
figure the J.C. Penney catalog
Yeah,
is thick enough you won't miss a page?
He's like, screw it, this thing's lying around. I'll spread this out. I don't want to.
That's actually, I think, probably true.
Yeah.
Well, no. Let me. Does he have any? Does he have any of the hard stuff in the house?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, maybe he thinks. Maybe he doesn't know that you'd be cool with it, and so he likes you and respects you. So he got rid of all that stuff, thinking that you wouldn't want it around. And then when he gets desperate, he just goes to the only thing that's there.
He has no reason to get desperate, though.
Oh, no. Okay, I
Listen
got
to what Ron said.
This has got nothing to do with you. This is just a guy thing.
Yeah.
Right? This is, sometimes you like to go back to the fruit cereal that you ate when you were 5 or 6, and just
Right.
for old time's sake and for nostalgia.
Like twice a day for the last 22 years.
It's got it's got absolutely nothing to do with you. You just it's just all
Adam and
all guys do this.
And Count Chocula.
All guys do this, and you should be kind of psyched about it, actually, because the fact that he can do it to a magazine where they have clothes on means that he's still got the juice going, and you know what I
Good
mean.
point.
You're gonna have good stuff for a long time.
All right, Ron, this is getting pretty cathartic for you, so I'm going to...
I just gotta say,
Kathy,
Uh-huh.
what's up with your low self-image?
It's just, if he has to look at other,
Now,
women,
what's up with your low self-image?
that's it, exactly, right there.
Where did it come from?
What's up with your ability to speak English? What is up with you feeling badly about yourself?
Where'd that come from?
Nothing.
You're overweight. Where'd that come
true,
from?
Please.
Well, past relationships also. But he doesn't help.
Now, listen to me, Screwball. Why don't you feel as good about yourself as you could? Did somebody make you feel bad about yourself?
No.
Well, then why don't you feel better about yourself? And don't tell me a boyfriend made you feel bad.
I don't know.
You don't know?
You never
I have no idea.
Never had an eating disorder?
No eating disorders.
Hmm? Stepdad, dad, somebody not make you feel good about yourself?
No.
Okay, so your daddy loves you, told you you're beautiful growing up.
No.
Well,
and in fact, I had a very horrible relationship with my father.
All right, this is what we're talking about, Kathy. This is where low self-esteem comes from.
What kind of horrible relationship?
Well, he was always telling me how nasty I was all the time.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's his problem.
There may be some connection there. I'm just guessing. I'm no psychologist.
Kathy, do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, Kathy, come on, honey. You're 24 years old. Let's start connecting the dots here. Your dad was an a-hole. He made you feel badly about yourself. He gave you a poor self-image. And now you're taking that and you're sort of projecting that on to every guy you're with. Why don't you get at the source of the problem? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the nice thing about thing about self-esteem is that you can work on it yourself. I mean, one little easy trick that I think a person can do is if somebody gives you a compliment, write it down and put it in a basket. And if you're having a day where you feel bad about yourself, pull it out and look at it. And it'll be, it sort of reinforces your ego a little bit, I think, because obviously you didn't have enough ego reinforcement when you were little.
I'll
reinforce it yourself.
I stand in front of the mirror every night naked for 20 minutes.
Do you dance?
No, I just say, you're beautiful.
You're a genius.
You're intelligent.
You're a genius.
And you deserve to be here.
And God darn it, people like you.
And why does your left nut hang lower?
Well, if someone's not boosting your ego, boost it yourself.
That's not going to work. Boost it yourself.
Why not?
Listen, if your dad made you feel badly, you have to get a little therapy and work that out, but don't just keep projecting it on to whoever you're with.
It becomes a bottomless pit. There's no way anybody ever give her enough praise to make her feel better about herself. It's bottomless.
You know, unless your boyfriend's a real freak,
you become like Barbara Streisand.
Go get him a subscription to Playboy, and he'll love you for it.
That's right. Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be back.
Loveline will be right.
Listening to Zone 105. It is Loveline. Emily, starting the show, baby.
I can hear it.
All right.
I'm with you.
All right. Emily Procter's over there. Ron Livingston is over there. They're both from Body Shots, which is coming out tomorrow, which is almost today, by the way, and in a theater near you. Now, phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191, and I think we're going to get back to the phones here and speak to Scott.
Hi.
Scott, you're 18. What's up?
Okay, this is what happened. Like around 6 months ago. Well, first of all, I have a long history of self-insecure and lack of confidence.
Okay.
And around 6 months ago, I found myself kind of started looking at guys instead of girls. You know, the balance started to tip over, and then around 2 months ago, that's when it started getting serious. I found myself going to the bathroom, my face gets all red, and then I just want to ask if it's natural for. Well, I forgot one part. I'm kind of I'm kind of fat, so I never had a girlfriend, and I was wanting one, and I used to be straight, so I just want to ask, is it natural for a guy that never had a girlfriend to be, gay?
Well, so you think you're gay through process of elimination? Like you're gay because you can't get a woman?
I guess you can say that.
No, because I didn't get any chicks when I was 18. I wasn't gay. I was just more desperate, more pathetic. as a heterosexual, but it didn't. I didn't go gay. I think maybe have feelings for guys. I'll blow a guy right at the dinner table. Oh, please, that's so out of context. So out of context.
I don't know if anything would do with like my family or my friends, because like my family's like real messed up.
Yeah.
Like my dad's alcoholic, and my mom like eats nonstop.
Your mom eats nonstop?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's a factor, but maybe you like guys.
Well,
what do you think you like?
I see. I'm like in the middle right now, so I don't know. That's why I called in. Like.
Okay. You just sound very confused to me. So
If you could...
Yeah, I would say, Scott, just relax. Don't try to figure anything out yet. Just listen to your feelings as they develop. You're 18. If you're clear you like guys, great.
I'm not sure. See?
I understand that. You're very confused. You confused me just listening to you. I mean, you just seem like you're in complete turmoil.
I wasn't listening, but if I was, I'd be confused.
Yeah, and so confusion is not the time to begin relationships or making great decisions unless you believe that confusion is some kind of a defense against something you don't want to admit yourself, that you are in fact gay and it's hard for you to accept. If you're just confused, just be confused for a little while until you can figure things out a little more clearly, and then go ahead and act on your clear feelings.
Well, I don't know if I get influenced by my friends, because like my friends are like real mean to me, because like they always make fun of my weight. And they call me names and stuff. And, like, I remember one name they call me. I think they call me, like, Fat Elf and Center Sled, something like that. Like, maybe they think I'm in some way gay and influenced by them.
Call him a fat
No,
elf.
Scott, you're obsessing about things that really are not.
What it's like to be 18. Listen, Scott, just relax. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
It's like he's so afraid that he might be gay that he's just going to go ahead and be gay.
Right.
But then again, he might be gay. It's like very difficult.
Okay. I got a good thing for Scott to do. Why don't you work on a little diet, little exercise, work on your weight, work on your health. That's something to put your energy into.
Absolutely.
And then you see how it goes.
Don't worry about what you are or are not just yet.
Right. Okay. Liz.
Yeah.
You're 22. And that way, if you got to squeeze into the chaps, later on, you got the physique for it. I'm just saying, if in fact he's gay.
Maybe he'll become a hairy man. He could be that.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen that magazine, Bear?
No.
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's for a hairy gay man.
Wow.
It's
and this is a magazine that you look at?
Oh,
How do you
sure.
spell it?
Look at it. I
B-E-A-R?
subscribe to it. Yeah, I think so. B-E-A-R.
B-E-A-R.
And basically what it is it's, I don't know if the models are gay. You never do know. So they may have just stuck that mustache on. You don't know if it's theirs. But they have extremely hairy, big, sort of Dan Haggerty type guys, if you remember that Grizzly Adams look. Guys with hair all over their back and all over their chest are big and husky. And this is very erotic to some guys, apparently.
Wow.
Do you think those men watch that documentary, The Grizzly Project?
I mean, yes. Did they masturbate to an actual bear? It's interesting. I had myself to Yogi and Gentle Ben every once in a while.
For the sensitive guy.
Gentle Ben is like on Nick at Night. I watch it when I come home now, just as a sort of bizarre sort of, a couple sleeping pills with some red wine, and all of a sudden I'm back in the third grade watching Gentle Ben. And
TV's
I was watching the show, I swear it was like last night or the night before, and I was thinking to myself, this is a TV series about folks who poach game in the Florida Everglades. And I thought, man, what a pitch session. I wish I was there at this pitch, Well, Phil, I got a great idea. Just sit down because this thing's going to write itself. Now, hear me out. It's not really a sitcom. Well, we all know Flipper. Flipper's getting a 0.40 share. I mean, it's going through the roof over here now.
That was all about poachers.
Now, listen to me. There's this bear, and then Dennis Weaver, him from Duel. He he's a game warden, and he's got one of those boats with a propeller on the back of it. You know, it blows him right through the weeds there, and a big old bear, and a little kid who looks like he has Down syndrome. And
I like it.
Each week, there's a new poacher trying to steal a new kind of animal from the Everglades, and they stop him.
Kid, I think you got something.
All right. Can we do a pilot?
Give me a script by Friday.
You want to just order 12, or do you want to see a pilot first?
Screw the pilot. Let's go straight there.
All right.
2-hour TV movie to start.
We're going to Florida. All right. Liz.
Yes.
You're 22.
Yes, I am.
What's up?
I guess this question is sort of for Dr. Drew, but I know you'll pitch in, Adam. I'm 22. I'm in a good relationship for the most part. I've been with my boyfriend for a year and a half, and I have no sex drive whatsoever. And I feel that since I'm 22, this is a little bit unusual.
It's always been that way?
No, it probably started about 5 months ago.
And was anything going on then?
No, I didn't have, anything significant happen in my
It might be
life.
starting school, had increasing stress for some reason.
No,
Relationship hadn't changed since then.
No, it hadn't. I mean, my boyfriend is wonderful. He's totally supportive of me and everything. He's really frustrated with the situation.
Are you on any medication?
I'm on birth control pills, but that's it.
Which one?
Demulin.
And when did that start?
Demulin. I hadn't heard of that one.
Yeah.
No, we never talk about it here.
That started in back in, I'd say, February.
Like 6 months ago? 7 months ago?
I guess 8 months ago about.
All right. You think there might be some correlation here? That's something the pill can do to you.
Yeah, I know.
Very ironic. Hey, boobs get big, you can't get pregnant if you ain't putting out. Liz?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't just hold still and let him have a pass at you once a week?
No, I don't think.
Really?
No, I mean, he's not.
I'd do it.
He doesn't go for that. He wants
doesn't?
both parties to be, totally involved.
Well, if he's going to be that way.
But Liz, come on.
How demanding.
Liz, why don't you change... Liz.
Corpse don't fight back.
Liz, why don't you change the pill you're on?
I was actually just the other pill I was on before that, which was called Loestrin. I was just kind of. I've suffered from depression off and on since I was
Could this be depression coming
14.
on?
I don't think so, because I know from normally when I have depression, it's more like I just don't want to do anything. I just want to lay in bed, and
so
I get really suicidal, and I'm not like that.
You're not bipolar, though. You're unipolar.
No. I'm not bipolar. But when I was on Loestrin, it made me feel not totally depressed, but just in a down mood all the time.
Why don't they they're sort of keeping you in that same kind of pill.
Is that stuff called molestrin?
Loestrin.
Oh, okay.
And listen, you got get on a triphasic pill, something that increases your sex drive. Get on something different quick.
Why are you depressed, Liz? Since 14.
Well, I mean, I was 14 when I first went through depression, and I saw a bunch of counselors, and one of them suggested Prozac, so I tried that.
What do they think? I mean, what's the reason you think you were depressed at 14?
I have never really had a close relationship with my father.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that had something to do with it. I mean, my mom's been remarried since I was 6, and my stepdad's awesome. I mean, he's absolutely wonderful, but I don't know if it was just...
Is there depression in your family?
I'm sorry, what?
Is there depression in your family?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's your now? How often are you having sex with your boyfriend now?
Maybe once a month.
Oh boy.
Maybe.
And he doesn't want any sympathy, huh?
Well, of course he does.
How about you give him a little oral sex every once in a while?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not being totally...
Okay.
But I don't have any desire.
I understand. Well, I think if you switch to that triphasic pill, it's going to kickstart your libido.
Do you have the desire once a month, or are you just doing it?
No, I'd say probably about once a month I get an inkling of...
Liz, this has got to be medication effect. Really, that you certainly should have medical evaluation. Make sure thyroid problems or some strange, unusual endocrine
There would
disturbance.
also be some remnants, bad relationship with daddy, depression.
No, this says that biological feel. It's like
it does?
Flat, nothing.
All right, what do you think about this hypothesis? Maybe it's the pill combined with some depression, combined with the relationship with dad. I mean, maybe it's a bunch of things that are sort of.
But if the
putting her fire out.
inkling once a month is kind of in a consistent spot, doesn't that sort of mean that it's sort of hormonal? Maybe?
Talking about the vagina?
Yeah. No, like if it falls right around like your menstrual cycle or something.
Seems kind of like a no-brainer.
Yeah, I tend to think she's just sort of throwing the guy a bone once a month.
so to
Okay, switch that pill and see how it works and call us back.
Yep.
We may not be here, but we'll call back anyway.
I feel so liquidy.
Really? Why?
You're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Loveline will be right back.
This is Adam Carolla.
And this is Dr. Drew. Stay tuned for more Loveline on the Zone 105.
All right, it is Loveline. Emily Procter and Ron Livingston are both here from Body Shots. It's a, it's a movie that they changed the title of.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
It was
Jello shots.
And it was something else
The
on
night before.
I think that may have been on the screening copy I had.
Yeah.
Although there was so much other
You might even have the
text on there.
NC-17 version if that's what it says.
Ooh, I'll have to I'll
Sassy.
get rid of the JCPenney catalog and pick up that.
Upgrade.
Yeah, that's a considerable
Drew,
difference.
here's the deal I'm going to make with you. Two things. You ever catch me planting bulbs or having myself to a JCPenney catalog once you put a bullet in the back of my head? All
Got
right?
it. That's the deal.
Means it's time to go.
Okay.
You understand?
Tulips.
I may argue with you at the time, but don't listen. I'm telling you now I'm going to argue. I want you to put me down. All right. Steve?
Yeah.
You're 18.
Yeah.
What's up?
Let's see. My girlfriend was pregnant. This was probably about 3-4 months ago, and she was 4 months along, and she had a miscarriage, and we went to get. They said we had to. It was like after the second month we go and they check the heart to hear of the heart, and we couldn't hear it, and then they had to go inside her, and they still couldn't hear it. And then we're like, well, it was me, her, and her mom, and we're like, well, the doctor gave us an opportunity, we can go for ultrasound. But that was too early, and so we were thinking, I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I don't know much about this, and I didn't know what to look for, and, well, we went, and we seen the baby and stuff, and I didn't know you were supposed to see the heart and all that stuff. And they told us that it died and that the head was attached to the umbilical cord, or the umbilical cord wasn't attached fully, and that's why she had the miscarriage.
All right.
I had a question of, what can I do? She's pregnant again.
I think that's just one of those things. I mean, many pregnancies end spontaneously, right? Most end in the first trimester. That's the way pregnancy is.
How old is she, Steve?
She's 20.
Why are you guys working so hard to have the kids?
It's not so much that we were working so hard. It was I don't know, it just happened. And
it's kind of stupid, or?
No. Well,
something's going on. Do you want to have a family?
Wait. L.A. guy, where do you live?
I live in Salem.
In Salem, Massachusetts?
Oregon?
Oregon?
All right. Well, it's totally different over there.
Small town. They kick them out younger.
Well, are you married to her?
No.
Are you trying to get her pregnant?
From when we first lost our first one, we kind of decided we probably would want another one.
Why don't you get married?
We do plan on getting married.
Why don't you get that taken care of first?
Well, it's too late for that one. She's already pregnant.
Well, they're not ready for marriage. All right, so it's a big responsibility. So she's pregnant again.
She's pregnant again.
All right, well, this will probably work out.
Yeah, it'll probably be all right.
But I had a question for Dr. Drew. I was like, I told her this would really crush us both if we lost this one, and I just want to know, is there anything we can do that probably even help prevent it. I mean, because we did everything by the books. She didn't drink caffeine. She didn't. I tried not stressing her out. We tried not arguing.
Did she take prenatal vitamins? Did she take appropriate nutrition?
Yeah, she even took prenatal vitamins.
Did she see an obstetrician right away?
Yeah, we went and see the doctor once a week.
Well, starting when?
Let's see.
Okay, listen, you're doing everything.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Taking a one a day is not going to save the kid if the umbilical cord's attached to the kid's nose.
That's right.
You're doing what you can, and I'm sure this one's going to work out.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried that you guys are, 18. I couldn't imagine that responsibility.
My parents were that young, though. I mean, that was 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, but,
Okay. All right. Well, Steve sounds pretty concerned, and he sounds like he'll make a decent dad and eventually a decent father, and they're doing everything they can. All that junk you're talking about, I mean, the little stuff, it doesn't add up to too much, does it? I mean, don't do heroin, see the doctor. And other than that, it's pretty much...
nutrition, prenatal vitamins are important, really important, in fact.
Yeah, but is it going to make or break the kid?
Not in the first trimester. Probably
Yeah,
not.
so the kid's missing a few brain cells, but it's not going to make or break the thing, is it?
Not at that stage, probably.
Well, not at any stage. Come on. Prenatal vitamins?
Oh, yeah.
No. When were prenatal
bad nutrition? Bad nutrition?
Okay, but Drew, no. I'm talking about prenatal vitamins now. I'm not talking about eating sand. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm saying they're both very young.
Yeah.
If this is going to work out, and if it doesn't, then she has some kind of problem, probably.
Yeah. Or they together do.
My best friend, her first pregnancy ended in a similar situation, and she has a 12-month-old now.
Most pregnancies end. They don't go to term. Most of them in the first trimester, and you're working with the pregnancy. Something like that happens.
Jeff.
Yeah.
You're 24.
Well, here's the problem.
All right.
Deal is pretty much every relationship I've been in, everything's great, everything's perfect, it seems, at first, and that's kind of early on in the relationship before it kind of goes to that next step, before sex and everything. And, we wind up becoming best friends, and, we're in love and this and that, and then as soon as it goes, into that next step, a little bit after that, it just seems like something clicks in my head, and things just start to go downhill from there.
How many times that happened?
It's probably happened maybe about 4 times.
All right.
It's all been
So you have a little trouble getting close.
Or maybe not the right person, good instincts.
Nah.
24-year-old.
Nah, he's calling like it's a problem. Maybe he's got a little intimacy issue. He doesn't want to bond too much.
Maybe.
All right, read a few books. You'll be fine. No, you're 24. All bets are off at 24.
Oh, my God, no lightning round tonight.
No. Susan,
Yes.
you're 26. What's up?
Yeah, I have a question. I have a medical question. I had a ECC done, which is they do a pap smear, and then they do a colposcopy, and then they do a biopsy.
Right.
I've had this done before, and I didn't have really any side effects. I had it about 6 months ago, and this time I had like a weird tissue. It was pretty big, not just like a small piece of tissue come out, and I didn't know if that was normal.
As I understand, you normally get a discharge after that, so
Okay,
I
but
would
this
say...
felt like rubbery, almost like skin. It was just like really weird, and I didn't know it was like brownish.
Susan, I got Jack off in about 35 minutes, so could we keep the sort of rubbery discharge conversation to a minimum, please?
Do you have a catalog?
Yeah, I got the Sears.
You do? Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And the Makita catalog, just in case I can't get it up. I reach for that. Really get me going. Porter Cable, Milwaukee, Snap-on. I got them all there. Spread them all out. Yeah. All right, Drew, so that's normal is what you're saying.
I would think so.
Aiden,
Yeah.
you're 19. What's up?
Yeah, me and my boyfriend, we did acid about 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then, we had sex when we did it, and ever since then, we haven't been able, either one of us, to have an orgasm.
6 months ago?
Yeah.
And he hasn't had an orgasm in 6 months?
No, and neither have I.
Maybe you got a blotter like stuffed up your urethra or something, or his.
Did you do a large dose?
Yeah. It was acid mixed with ecstasy.
And, well, You can screw yourself up real good with that.
Is he having dysfunction in the sense that he can't achieve an erection?
Oh, no.
He gets